Let me tell you something that's going to sting. Something most men don't want to hear. Something that, if you're honest with yourself, you already know is true. She doesn't love you. She loves what you give her. She loves how you make her feel. She loves the attention, the validation, the comfort, the security. But you, the real you, your dreams, your purpose, your struggles, she doesn't love that. Because here's the brutal reality. She loves your weakness. She loves that you'll drop everything for her. She loves that you'll sacrifice your goals to make her happy. She loves that you're so terrified of losing her that you'll tolerate disrespect, manipulation, and games. And you know what happens to men who live like that? They get destroyed. They lose their purpose. They lose their self-respect. They lose their future. All because they thought love meant sacrifice. All because they confuse being devoted with being weak. I've seen 1,000 times. The guy who had dreams, real dreams, until he met her. The guy who was building something, until she convinced him to spend more time together. The guy who had boundaries, standards, self-respect, until she made him feel guilty for having them. And now, he's broke. He's lost. He's a shell of who he used to be. And she's already moved on to the next guy. Because weak men don't get loyalty. They get used. So if you're watching this right now and something in your gut is screaming, "This is me." If you're in a relationship where you feel like you're always walking on eggshells, always apologizing, always trying to prove your worth, listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you could save your life. Not your relationship, your life. Because here's the thing most men don't understand. A relationship should add to your life, not consume it. The right woman will push you toward your goals, not pull you away from them. The right woman will respect your boundaries, not test them. The right woman will build with you, not drain you. But most men, they're so desperate for love, so starved for affection, so afraid of being alone, that they'll accept any woman who shows them attention. And that desperation, that neediness, that please pick me energy, that's what destroys you. Because women don't respect men who need them. They respect men who choose them. There's a difference. A man who needs a woman will tolerate anything to keep her. A man who chooses a woman will walk away the second she disrespects him. One is a slave, the other is a king. So which one are you? Because if you're tired of being the guy who gives everything and gets nothing in return, if you're tired of feeling like you're never enough, if you're tired of losing yourself in relationships that were never meant to last, then it's time to wake up. It's time to stop chasing. It's time to stop hoping she'll change. It's time to stop sacrificing your future for someone who wouldn't do the same for you. And it's time to become the man who doesn't need her approval because he's too busy building a life worth living. So let's break this down. Here are the 8 non-negotiable truths every man needs to understand if he wants to stop getting played and start living with power. Let's get into it. 1. Never let her control you. Here's the first truth. Weak men get blinded by beauty, then destroyed by it. You see a pretty face, a perfect body, a smile that makes your heart skip, and suddenly, you're willing to ignore every red flag. She disrespects you. She's just stressed. She manipulates you. She didn't mean it that way. She drains your bank account, your energy, your time. That's what love is, sacrifice. No, love is not self-destruction. Never let her $10 beauty cost you your entire future. Because here's what weak men don't realize. You can replace a woman. You can't replace your life. If you lose her, you can find another. But if you lose yourself, your dreams, your purpose, your self-respect, that's not something you can just get back. So set boundaries, protect your vision, and never let a woman convince you that choosing yourself is selfish. Because the moment you hand her control, she loses respect for you. And a woman who doesn't respect you will never truly love you. 2. ignore her when needed. This one's gonna piss people off, but it's true. Women are drawn to confident men who stay calm and unbothered. Not because they're cruel, not because they're manipulative, but because they have a life outside of her. Here's the reality. If you're always available, always texting back immediately, always rearranging your schedule for her, you're not being loving, you're being needy. And neediness is the fastest way to kill attraction. So what do you do instead? You have a life. You have goals that matter more than her mood. You have a mission that doesn't revolve around her approval. You have purpose, direction, and ambition. And when she texts you at 2 p.m. while you're working, you don't drop everything. You respond when you're done. Not because you're playing games, but because you're building something bigger than this moment. And that calm, unbothered energy, that's what makes her think, wait, he's not chasing me. He doesn't need me. What makes him so confident? That's when she starts chasing you. 3, stay high energy. Women don't fall in love with men who coast through life. They fall in love with men who move with power. The guy who's always pushing his limits. The guy who doesn't hesitate. The guy who's alive, present, engaged. That's unforgettable. But most men, they get comfortable. They stop hitting the gym. They stop chasing their goals. They stop growing. And then they wonder why she's not interested anymore. Here's the truth. Energy is attractive. Not just physical energy, though that matters, but mental energy, emotional energy, the energy of someone who's going somewhere. So stay sharp, stay hungry, stay moving. Because the moment you settle, she starts looking elsewhere. 4, choose loyalty over beauty. This is where most men mess up. They choose the hottest girl in the room and then wonder why their life falls apart. Here's what you need to understand. Pretty faces fade. Loyal souls stay. A beautiful woman with a toxic personality will destroy everything you've built. Your peace, your purpose, your bank account, your self-respect. So before you commit to someone because she's a 10, ask yourself, is she loyal? Does she respect you? Does she support your goals? Or is she just along for the ride? Because one wrong woman can cost you everything. Choose wisely. 5, fix your mentality. Here's the mindset shift that changes everything. Stop acting like a fan. Stop hoping she likes you. Start asking yourself, do I even like her? Because here's the thing. Men who chase women lose themselves. Men who choose wisely win in life. When you're in fan mode, you're trying to impress her. You're trying to prove you're good enough. You're bending over backwards to be what you think she wants. And that's weak. Instead, flip the script. You're interviewing her for a position in your life. You're evaluating whether she meets your standards. You're deciding whether she's worthy of your time, energy, and commitment. That confidence, that I'm the prize mentality, that's what separates men who get used from men who get respected. 6, stop searching in the wrong places. Real talk, you won't find loyalty in clubs. If she's partying every weekend, that's not a vibe. That's a red flag. Because here's what most guys don't want to admit. Environment matters. A woman who spends her weekends drunk, surrounded by other men, chasing the next thrill. She's not relationship material. She's entertainment. And the moment she finds someone more exciting, she's gone. So if you want a woman who's loyal, grounded, and serious about building something, stop looking in places designed for temporary highs. Find her in the gym, in the library, at business events, in places where people are building, not just consuming. Because where you meet her tells you who she is. 7, always know her past. This one's controversial, but it's necessary. A woman's past is her pattern, not a mistake, not an isolated incident. A pattern. If she cheated in her last relationship, she'll cheat in this one. If she's been through 10 guys in 2 years, you're just number 11. If she has a history of drama, chaos, and instability, that's not bad luck. That's who she is. So do your homework. Not because you're being paranoid, but because history repeats unless you walk away. And if her past is full of red flags, don't convince yourself you're different. Don't think you can fix her. Walk away. 8. Become the man she respects. Here's the final truth. Average men get ignored. Purpose-driven men get chosen. Women don't chase men who have nothing going for them. They chase men who have a clear vision for their life, are building something meaningful, don't need validation from anyone. Move with confidence and direction. So if you're sitting around wondering why she's not interested, stop wondering and start building. Fix your life. Raise your value. Get in shape. Get your money right. Get your purpose clear. Because women chase ambition, not excuses. And when you become a man of value, when you become the kind of man who's going somewhere, you won't have to chase her. She'll chase you. So here's the bottom line. You have 2 choices. Choice 1, keep doing what you've been doing. Keep chasing women who don't respect you. Keep sacrificing your dreams for someone who wouldn't do the same. Keep hoping that if you just love her enough, try hard enough, give enough, she'll finally see your worth. Spoiler alert, she won't. Because weak men don't get loyalty. They get used. Choice 2, wake up. Realize that you are the prize. Realize that your time, your energy, your life is too valuable to waste on someone who doesn't see it. Realize that real love doesn't drain you, it fuels you. And then make the decision to become the man who doesn't need her approval. The man who has standards. The man who walks away when disrespected. The man who's too busy building his empire to play games. That's the man women respect. That's the man women chase. That's the man who wins, not just in relationships, but in life. So let me ask you, which man are you going to be? Are you going to keep being the guy who gives everything and gets nothing? Or are you going to become the man who knows his worth and refuses to settle? Because here's the truth. The right woman is out there. The woman who will build with you. The woman who will respect you. The woman who will stay loyal when life gets hard. But she's not going to show up for the weak version of you. She's going to show up for the man who's already winning. The man who has his life together, his purpose clear, his standards high. So stop waiting for her to complete you. Complete yourself. Build the life you want. Become the man you're meant to be. And then, only then, let her into your world. Not because you need her, but because she's earned the right to be there. And if she hasn't, walk away. Because your life is too important to waste on someone who doesn't see your value. And trust me, the moment you start treating yourself like the prize, the world will too. So get to work. Fix your mentality. Fix your body. Fix your purpose. And become the man who doesn't chase women. Because he's too busy building a life worth chasing.